Hi, I'm Micah Larsen, persuasion scientist. And right now, I want you to picture your favorite dessert. Maybe it's creme brulee, maybe it's mint chocolate chip ice cream, or maybe it's molten chocolate cake. Mine is molten chocolate cake. When we eat our favorite dessert, we get a rush of dopamine. You probably know dopamine as the feel-good drug. The hormone dopamine creates the feeling of desire. So it motivates us to get more of the things we like cake or ice cream. When we experience dopamine, we're more likely to do tasks and solve problems in order to fulfill our desires. Dopamine leads us to act. It's a motivational drug, and it creates a kind of cycle. We take a bite of dessert, we get a rush of dopamine. The dopamine feels good and motivates us to get more dessert or keep eating. So we get more or we eat more. Then we get more dopamine, which motivates us more. Dopamine activates and reactivates the feeling of rewards, which we love. It's released like a tidal wave in our brains when we think we could get that reward and we're energized to try and do it. But you know what else feels like a reward in our brains, just like chocolate cake or creme brulee? Looking at our phones. The average person says they check their phone about 110 times a day. 110. And what happens when we check our phones? We get this same type of dopamine reaction we would when we eat a dessert. We see a Facebook notification or a retweet, and we get a surge of dopamine, which motivates us to get more dopamine by looking at our phones longer and more often, which gives us more dopamine, which creates that cycle. As you can tell, dopamine is a really powerful motivator. When we want people to pay attention to us and buy into our requests, it's a great way to get and keep their focus. If we can offer people a way to experience dopamine and create the cycle, we'll tend to be able to influence them. We can offer people a little dopamine by asking them to answer easy questions, complete a simple task, or by giving them a small reward. When they're offered a chance to get more of a reward, they're likely to take it. But this dopamine cycle is a good reminder of why we should be aware of how much time we spend looking at our screens. Dopamine is the reason we're addicted to our phones. If you can remind yourself that the reason you're always pulling your phone out of your pocket is just because your brain is looking for that hormone, it might be easier to break the cycle. And the less time you spend looking at your phone, the more time you have to spend focusing on other things in your life, like dessert. If you'd like to learn more about how to use rewards and dopamine to persuade others, check out the easy persuasion how-to videos at the APIS website and take the free APIS quiz to learn which persuasion tactics will work best for you.